Hi, this is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life, coming to you with the word of the day for Monday, August 5th. And the word is listening deeply. The quote comes from the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 37. How persistently we claim the right to decide all by ourselves just what we shall think and just how we shall act. And the commentary. If I accept and act upon the advice of those who have made the program work for themselves, I have a chance to outgrow the limits of the past. Some problems will shrink to nothingness, while others may require well thought out action. Listening deeply when others can share can develop intuition in handling problems which arise unexpectedly. It is usually best for me to avoid impetuous action. Attending a meeting or calling a fellow AA member will usually reduce tension enough to bring relief to a desperate sufferer like me. Sharing problems at meetings with other alcoholics to whom I relate, or privately with my sponsor, can change aspects of positions in which I find myself. Character defects are identified, and I begin to see how they work against me. When I put my faith in the spiritual power of the program, when I trust others to teach me what I need to do to have a better life, I find that I can trust myself to do what is necessary. And that is from the Daily Reflections. And this is a very good reading because it reminds me so much of myself. This comment: if I accept and act upon the advice of those who have made the program work for themselves, I have a chance to outgrow the limits of the past. And that was me. I was going to fix myself. I was going to learn about how to drink correctly. And I was going to learn about how to avoid all the problems that other people said they got from drinking. And I could not get out of that, my own way in that problem. I was stuck in the limits of my own thinking. And it was only when I came to meetings and learned about surrender that I really made progress. Because when you got yourself for a sponsor, you come up with a lot of weird things. And that's what I did. I don't need anyone else to help me figure this stuff out or stop drinking. And all the times I tried saying, never ever will I drink again. After this weekend, that's it. I'm not drinking anymore. And before I knew it, I was drinking on Thursday, getting ready for the weekend, then drinking the whole weekend. Then feeling like a miserable rat because I'd done it once again. And but it was when that first meeting was the beginning of my sobriety, and it's still my sobriety. I didn't have any slips, and I'm not criticizing anyone that picked up a drink, but it was enough for me. I found what I needed, and it's maintained me to this day. And I've gone through a lot. I've had 6 brothers die. I had my parents die, and I didn't pick up anything. I was told to think a problem through, And when I did, I realized picking up a drink isn't going to make any of this better. And luckily I didn't. Particularly my father's death, because it wasn't expected. He went in for surgery, but he became septic. And I don't know if he had an inkling that might be it, but he told me exactly what he wanted done. And rather than drink, I wanted to carry out my father's last wishes to me. And I was the only one he told him to, and I told his wife, and she agreed. And it was difficult. You know, they kept him alive, and it was Christmas Day, and then they called me the next morning and told me that, you know, he was gone, but they were just keeping him alive. And I don't know. It was tough, but I didn't need a drink to get me through it. So listening effectively, deeply, is very important. And I'll tell you another story. There was a lady that used to come to the meetings that I went to, and she talked about a dog. And I used to come in the hall and look around and say, oh God, she's not here. Thank God I don't have to hear about that dog. And then she'd walk in and I'd say, oh, no, I've got to listen to her dog, because she put her hand up till someone called on her. And the story was she was going through a battle with cancer. And all she had was her dog. And I just felt so bad when I really listened to her that I went up and told her I really enjoyed what she said when I finally listened to it. And we became friends. And she's passed, the cancer recurred. And it was a good year of her coming to meetings and talk about the dog. I was, I'm going to get up and walk out of here. But that's what she had to talk about. That's all she had to talk about. She didn't have her health. She was, widowed. And I felt very bad about myself being in the program. And I wasn't in there for, I wasn't really new. I had double-digit sobriety. And yet there's always room for improvement. Let me put it that way. And I'm glad that she died, and we were friends. And it's funny, after that I get to like when she talked about her dog. And but that was from me listening deeply, very deeply, to what she was truly saying. A cry for help, and just a friend to talk to. So that's the word for today. And I'm doing this early because right now we are getting rain bands from the tropical storm, so it's not quite as bad as I thought it would be. I put down all the awnings, got everything ready. We've had a lot of rain. When those rain bands come through, they're really something else. But we're doing okay. A lot of people said stay safe. I'm staying safe. I'm not going anywhere. Not attempting really to drive. My office here on the porch, I put all the plants down so that they wouldn't fall over or get damaged. So it looks totally different. And when it does rain, I have micro bug-proof screening that isn't really bug-proof, and the water gets through it too. So have a good and safe Monday.